Kiss me and kiss me again. Come take full advantage of this human child. My heart is living in. Woo! And love me. Oh, wait. And to make life complete. Promise me, lady, that they'll practice making babies while the world is under. Don't tease me, don't make me your future, unlock me your history. I'm the fork in the road. Which way will you go? I'd like to know. Are you going my way? Where dreams come true every day. Are you going my way? Where true love is just why don't you tell me, lady? If time doesn't run me, I'll master your body. We'll be closer than Siamese twins. And like the air you breathe, I'll supply your needs. And so our story begins. I'll put an open lock on the door. Woo! And gently lay down on the floor. And patiently, baby, I'll undo your clothes. Woo! We'll share our hearts, bodies and souls. And finally, with your permission, we'll mix with love in all positions. And with pleasure, we'll tremble. Love's perfect symbols. If you just answer, and are you going my way? Where dreams come true every day. Are you going my way? Where true love is just a touch away. Girl, are you going my way? Oh, I can hit them notes today. Becky, I'm gonna drag you. Woo, Becky, you gonna get that work. And it's gonna be so very sweet. Oh, I make it real sweet. Oh, yes, I sure do. I make it sweet. Becky! I can't wait. One more song, Becky. I think. Because Becky, why did you have to do what you had to do? All my love is all I have, and my dreams are very special. All my life I look for you, and today my dreams come true. You need me and I need you. Oh, this is very special. Things you seem to do divine. You look straight into my eyes. I know our love is meant to be. Cause our souls touch tenderly. Love and life is living. It's very special. In my heart it was you holding. Love is life when dreams come true. And even though I can't have you, I got you. These eyes like these are true for you. Hold my hand and take my life through these days of adventure. Once my love was truly great, then my life was so together. A change in life could bring good things when you're here, love so sweet. Close to you, our lips should meet to remember the days so sweet. You need me and I need you. It's very special. Our love is for you. We can make it. In my heart it was you. Love is life when dreams come true. And even though I can't have you, these eyes like these are true for you. All my love is all I have, and my dreams are very special. All my life I look for you, and today my dreams come true. You need me and I need you. Love and us is very special. Things you seem to do divine. I know our love is meant to be. Love and life is living. Very special. Oh, yeah, yeah. Then your love excited me. Days full of joy. Can I get this feeling inside? Cause a girl like me is real. All my love is all I have. All my life I look for you, and I got you. Only if y'all know. All right. Me and you acting a fool. Becky! Like you, Becky. You deliver all the time, Becky. Why you do what you do? Because a sister about to drag you. But before I do that, boy, Becky, So anyway, my royal family, we will have a word of prayer. We always got to show the Creator respect. And we got to show the motherly respect too. Now, y'all want to bicker with me? You can bicker with me on that. But let's do that behind the scenes. We don't give mama the respect. We give father, but we got to give mother too as well. So anyway, Father Yah, I thank you for your mercy, and I thank you for your grace. And Father Yah, I pray that you will fully continue to protect the royal family in this war. And Father Yah, I pray that you continue to also doubly protect our royals. They are our future. They are our future. And we're the only ones that's going to cry for our royals and protect our royals and also our elders. And Father Yah, as I pray these prayers, I pray that my prayers are heartfelt, and I pray that my prayers are heard. And I pray that many, many souls will go to you and you only and stay Yah focus. In your name I pray, amen. So, how's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. So, my royal family. So, Becky strikes again up here in the Bay Area. There's something going on up here in the Bay Area. It's ironic that when Becky was doing her dirt, that was one of them jobs I worked on down there by the ballpark. I'm very familiar with that area with her dusty ass. Becky! True Royal about to drag you. So, as I proceed on, before I get to the drag process, maybe some people want to get on the panel. Help a sister out. I'm not selfish one bit. Here's the link. The drag committee. Becky! Wow. Wow. Becky. You just really had to do that shit. Now your ass up there crying, begging for your job. Well, no, begging for your coins. But what I'm about to do to you, Becky, you will never, ever forget. It's my duty and responsibility. Becky! I like this shit. So, let's get the logisticals all hooked up. Oh, how you doing, Queen?
Hi.
You ready to drag Becky?
Hell yeah, you know I is.
Girl, put that work in. Well, my royal family, let me fill y'all in because this is happening right up here in my neck of the woods. And this dusty hoe, this flat ass, all kind of stuff I'm gonna say. But anyway, let me just fill y'all in real quick. So Becky has the nerves to ask one of our royals, does she have a permit to sell water, bottled water? And but what I found out about Becky up here in the Bay Area, she was a part of a documentary. It's the nerve, some of the stuff that these the beasts do. But she was a part of a documentary about white people selling drugs underground. And I'm being very deliberate with my words. I'm gonna be just like them. So, but the word that they want to use is that Becky was selling drugs to animals. Yes, I said animals, and forward-legged animals and two-legged animals on the black market. You know, they real clever with their motherfucking words when they talk about the things that they do and how basically after how she got out of that mode of selling drugs on the black market. So this bitch is a dope dealer. All right. She wasn't supposed to be selling drugs up here in the Bay Area at that particular time. But that they want to give this dope dealer a reprieve. Now, let me proceed on, because I don't want y'all to lose sight of certain things. So I'm going to read something to y'all about this dope dealer. They have a group called Women Grown. Let me make sure I got it right. Yeah, Women Grow. Excuse me. This is a company for white women to be dope dealers up here in the Bay Area. So this is the letter that this company sends out that's called Women Grow. And y'all can Google it too. Women Grow, GROW. Dear community, yesterday, Women Grow became aware of a circulating online featuring a woman identified as Allison, I think that's Edo, who was once affiliated with our company. The woman was filmed harassing a mother and child selling water in front of an apartment building. We want to make clear that Women Grow does not support the bullying behavior demonstrated by Miss Edo. To our members, our loyal monthly event attendees, and our affiliates, we want you to know without reservation that Women Grow denounce racism, bullying, harassment in any form. We strive to create an inclusive space for all people to connect, educate, empower, inspire one another by enforcing a strict code of conduct, precluding racism and harassment by members, vendors, employees, affiliates, and speakers. Ms. Edo has never been employed by Women Grown and has not been a member since 2016. As a membership company, Women Grow does not condone Ms. Edo's behavior, and she is not welcome to participate in our events. We have removed her photograph in prior presentations of any platforms and support these businesses who now decline to carry her products or otherwise celebrate. Is that celebrate? Yeah, celebrate her brand. Okay, Women Grown is full of shit. You said that she wasn't a member since 2016, but you was doing business with the bitch. This is nothing more than a business decision, and you ain't fooling me. Game, recognize game. Because if she wasn't a member, why would you even write a letter? You worried about your motherfucking bottom line. See, our folks don't lose sight of your shit up here in the Bay Area. Y'all ain't nothing no more than some motherfucking feminist ass dope dealers. That's what you is. And you condone everything that she was doing because I did my deeper research, and she's known in the community for doing this. But then when it was put on a spotlight and it was filmed, then y'all proceed to make your business decision. You're not going to fool me. Oh, I'm going to make it real sweet. I'm good at making shit real sweet. Taste that, bitch. Do anybody have anything to say?
I'm not surprised about this one bit. That's what they do, man. They pick up for each other. You understand what I'm saying? They condone each other's fuckery, and then they wanna hide their hands and talk about equality, and they're all about this and they're all about that. They're all a bunch of fake, man.
Man, girl, please.
Believe not what they say, man.
Mm-mm. You have to do your research. You got to look in places. You got to get. That's why I didn't jump on this right away. I said, I know I'm going to hear the fuckery. And it's so sweet. It happened up here because I found out other things, you know, because people are talking. People are talking.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed this shit been going on because, you know, Becky can't control herself. And they got to start making these business decisions. And I don't ever want us to lose sight. Because some black folks, I'm not saying us, but some black folks get gleeful and be thinking, oh, they doing that in our behalf. They ain't doing shit for us. Will never do shit for us. This bitch hiding in the corner, trying to hide herself. Your ass got busted. And also what I found out is that her mother said that her white nieces would be out there selling water too. She never, ever acknowledged their presence.
I'm telling you, Queen. I said they have negrophilia, man. They constantly is looking at black people. I used to sit and wonder why, and I came to the acknowledgement. I came to the solution. Is it because we're that special? I
Yes.
don't understand how it could be that a race of people that cannot stand us, that don't like us, but we're always on their mind. I don't understand. That is a sickness.
Who is the most immolated woman on the planet?
The black woman, of course.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Can't stand us, but always watching what we doing.
Always, man.
See this bitch up here with her pipe and her award, treat well. Now she talking about I'm getting threats. See, there's a secret that will not be given up because I know the enemy is listening. We know that y'all racist. There's something about y'all that y'all do globally that we can read, and I'm speaking very coded, to indicate to us, because we can see it ooze out of your pores. Like Lisa Cabrera said, this racism, their isms are so important that they willing to lose everything. Everything. This bitch was so disturbed by our royal daughter out here selling water. And this baby, her mother had recently lost her job, and her mother had promised that she was going to take her children to Disneyland. And she thought, well, I'll get out here and sell some water on a hot day and stuff, trying to help her mom. Well, thank goodness somebody came in and paid for a trip for her and her family to go to Disneyland. That was very, very nice. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to go back to Becky. So let's play this little news clipping real quick. And you there? You still there, Katie? I know he probably at work, dipping in and out. Okay. So let's get on Becky's ass. Let me see. Let me pull this one up. See if that'll work. If not, I'll go another route. A whole another route.
I don't even believe it. Tears.
No, that right there, because she done lost her coins.
Exactly.
Oh, here. Oh, this is a good one right here. Check this out. This is a nice close-up shot.
It was never a racial issue. Ever. First of all, I didn't even know who was the one doing the shouting. I couldn't see. All I could hear was the shouting. I had no idea who it was. How could it have been race-related?
She says the backlash from this video has been painful.
I have gotten so much hate mail. I am getting continuously text messages with all kinds of threats. Horrible, horrible images. and death threats.
Allison Edel says she's not proud of how she handled the situation, and if she had to do it over again, she would have gone for a walk instead of confronting her neighbor. She also says it was Jordan's mother that told her to call police and ask about permits, which she did. Now, we have reached out to San Francisco police to confirm that call and the nature of it, but have still not received a response.
Oh, I'll give y'all an update on that shit. So this is what happened. See, I caught her in a bunch of lies. So what happened was, I like this shit. What happened was, this bitch did call the police. First, she said that she was pretending. That's what she said to the girl's mother. And when I did my deep research, they checked, they have a board, I guess. I guess when people make calls, there's certain priority of calls. And that was the lowest priority. They didn't even come out for this shit. These Beckys is making these calls every damn day. Every damn day. And I keep telling y'all, it's been 3 weeks. Y'all was talking to me like he talked to all of us. And I'm going to keep saying it over and over. He told me the first one to feel his wrath as I speak is Becky. And ever since he told me that, every day there's a story about this bitch. How many millions of people she done got killed or killed herself? How many towns then got burnt down? How many black men have been falsely accused of rape? All this stuff. And I'm telling my brothers, leave this bitch alone. I don't know how much more y'all can get from her. If I hear a story about something that a Becky did to a brother, you ain't gonna get zero support, because we done all told you about this bitch. All told you. And that myth about a black woman won't do certain things sexually, a woman to do what a woman to do. Gotta have some damn decency about yourself. So what if this bitch can get on her fours? She a dog. I just gotta put that out there. So, anybody got anything else to say about Becky?
Yeah, this bitch is she a damn liar, man. Like, she over there crying. Let me tell you, even in the Bible it said that though these people sought, what did it say about sought forgiveness through their tears, you ain't supposed to believe them. You know what I'm saying? She don't mean that what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do, man. They're just pretenders, man.
There you go. It's all about lies and delusions, like you see in Pretenders and stuff. And bitch is crying because she got busted. And the thing that I pay attention to, let me tell y'all something. Pay attention to this really close. Anytime something major happened and they put it out on the media and a lot of emotions is wrapped up in it, usually that's the first real story. I noticed that about when I first started noticing it was around when 9/11. We was hearing the real stories. But as time go on and you have time to sit down and think up your lie, don't believe that shit. Don't believe that shit and stuff. She really did call, like I said, she really did call the police. She's known for being a bitch in the community. She's known for this. And again, she a dope dealer. That's the part that I'm gonna drag in the ground. This bitch is a dope dealer.
And from the look of her whack ass, she was a dope user too.
Yep. And like I said, anybody that stepped in, they were doing a documentary with her in it, where she was selling dope to animals and the owners. Put it that way. And now they want to go on this journey showing how they got all legalized. So you got countless of black folks in the jail right here alone in California. Most of the time it's for personal use and they still sitting in jail. And this bitch get glorified. Karma is a bitch. I like Karma. I really like Karma. I really like her because she has a way of showing up in your life when you least expect it. I like that about Karma. I really do. I really, really do. I really, really do. Like dragging Becky. I told you, Becky, you was gonna catch hell. You didn't believe me. You didn't believe others. You've been keeping this shit going on. Like, was you here, Queen, when I had showed that video of this old white woman on the school board somewhere down south, where um she was she put on Facebook that she agreed with Roseanne Barr, and then she put on Facebook also about Michelle Obama not saying the pledge, and she's doing this on company time, and when all else failed, the damn fucking tears busted out. I said, this bitch, really?
No, I didn't see that, but that's what they do. They cry and stuff like that, so they could look like
They always use them waterworks. Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I remember this like it was today. I was in the 5th grade. No, let me take that back. The 4th grade. That's how well I remember this shit. And I was on a little monkey bars. That was what we used to love playing on when we were little girls. And I was not a child that got into too many fights. I would just always want to play. That was my thing. But I could fight you if I had to. And I really didn't like the fight. And some white girls was messing with me. So I told them I beat their ass. But I never touched them. So we go on back after recess to our necessary classes. And later on, I get called out the office for making terrorist threats. 4th grader. This was the crazy part. The girl was so scared of my yellow self that she had her friend, they had her friend to represent her. And in the 4th fucking grade, I could see the bullshit in it. In the 4th fucking grade, she gonna have her little dusty little friend represent her, and she's scared to death of me. And I'll never forget, the principal was a black man. His name was Mr. Boyd, because he had to swat my ass for something I did. I don't know what I did, but something I did. And I could see the racism in that shit in the 4th grade. I'm like, she's so scared of me that they allow that. That's how they get in. They allowed that shit to go down. That's why that little bitch be crying. This turn beat red face, because when all else fails, and you know what? The white man will do it too. Don't lose sight. His ass will break out in tears too. Okay.
Yeah, because then his voice becomes all soft, and then he starts to speak all proper like this.
Yeah.
And explain what's going on like that. The cops come around. That's how they do. That's how they do. And you notice too, Queen, is that anytime you engage with an argument with them, and the argument, or debate gets heated and everything, you notice how when we get riled up because they're saying fuckery shit, you notice how their voice comes down low, like, just saying, these things. That's what they do. So they look like the victim. I'm telling you, that's why the Bible, that's why it says never trust thine enemy. Like I should know this, like a leopard they never change their spots. That's how they are. They never change. That's what they've been doing from the beginning. They lower their voice when they talk in a tone, and it makes you look like the aggressor while they're sitting down there saying bullshit. And you know it's bullshit, and you know they know it's bullshit. And you just like, damn, like, for real? Yeah, they become meek and mild. So they lower their voice and they talk like this. And they're like, well, I'm just trying to understand what you're saying.
I done heard that shit before. I done heard that. You know what? That shit get on my nerve.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they make it look like you out of control.
Right. That's what they do. That's what do, man. That's why I don't even talk to them when they and you should look at their faces, especially the guys when you're walking by and they smile at you. I don't even smile at them, and they look really hurt because they feel like we all want them.
You see, you're doing right. You're a queen. You don't acknowledge their presence. I keep saying we come from royal stock. When we acknowledge that, we are acknowledging animals. The animals, we all know they grafted. We know that's a known fact. That's a scientific fact. You start testing their blood, got dog in there, got monkey in there, and all that. So why
Mm-hmm.
would you lower yourself? See, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm glad that you said it because I say it often. When you go out of your way to acknowledge these people, or you show up, say it's a bunch of white folks and two black folks show up to a function, and the black folks is looking all like, well, why y'all like looking at me crazy? That's what they supposed to do. You royalty and you showing up around peasants. You look stupid. So you lowering yourselves. You chosen. You giving up your gifts. You chosen. You chosen. You got some folks that's willing to give up the God-given gift. And whatever come to your ass, come to your ass. I think like that. My father taught me that. I don't acknowledge them. I only speak to them when it's absolutely necessary. Absolutely. Other than that, you don't talk to royalty. Conduct yourself. And tell your royals that too. They come from royal stock. Don't have them kids lowering themselves. And don't ever. My mother did this. If I did some wrong, she didn't chastise me in front of nobody.
Mm.
She always believed me. She said, tell the truth, even the shit that you did. She said, you ain't gonna get in trouble. And I would tell her the shit that I did. She kept her word. But I can show you footage. This kid, he had to be about 16 years old. His mother drags him up to the school and chastises him in front of the white staff at school. What are you doing? What are you doing? You getting brownie points out of doing some shit like that in front of them Beckys?
It's terrible.
These bitches is all up in these schools, fucking these kids and stuff. I did it on Black
Exactly.
Junction. It's 63. I showed 63 pictures of white women, school teachers, fucking students, getting little or no time. Yeah, I'm gonna drag your ass. Anyway, let me play this video. Let's see if it'll kick in. I just seen this shit. I want to see Becky. Let me refresh it.
This is a tomato you can track from farm to pot.
Oh, I hate commercials.
To table.
Shit.
And serve with confidence.
Just have to live with it.
This is a diamond you can follow from mind to finger. And trust it never fell into the wrong hands. This is a shipment transferred 200 times, transparently tracked from port to port. This is the IBM blockchain.
This done made me mad as hell.
On the IBM
okay, here we go.
There is growing backlash against a San Francisco woman who allegedly called police on an 8-year-old black girl for selling water. Jordan Rogers was confronted by Allison Edel, who is white, for not having a permit to sell bottled water on the sidewalk. The little girl's mother intervened and recorded the interaction on video. DeMarco Morgan is here with why critics are calling Edel a racist today. DeMarco, good morning.
Yo, good morning to you. The young girl was selling water because she wanted to go on her first ever trip to Disneyland. Well, her mother says she is not sure if race was a factor for the woman who reported it, but said that woman was filled with hate for calling the police on such a young girl.
So I was selling water right here.
Jordan Rogers was selling water bottles on the sidewalk for about 15 minutes when she says Allison Edel confronted her.
She asked me where's my permit. And I didn't know what a permit was.
This woman don't want to let a little girl sell some water.
Rogers immediately called for her mother, Erin Austin.
You can hide all you want. The whole world gonna see you, boo. Recently, I lost my job, and we were planning a trip to Disneyland before that happened. So it kind of sidelined us a little bit, and my daughter just wanted to help.
The incident is the latest high-profile instance of black people being reported to authorities for seemingly normal things. Allison Edel, now nicknamed Permit Patty by critics, has drawn comparisons to Jennifer Schultz. In April, Schultz called the police on a group of black people having a barbecue in a park.
I have every right to call the police.
Last month, a Yale grad student called police on a classmate for napping in a common area. And 2 months ago, 2 men were detained for using a Starbucks bathroom and sitting at a table for several minutes without ordering.
Illegally selling water without a permit?
Edel told the Huffington Post that she acted because Rogers and her mother were screaming, but that after watching the video, she feels horrible and heart-wrenched. She also said, "I completely regret that I handled that so poorly. It was completely stress-related, and I should have never confronted her. That was a mistake, a complete mistake." Austin denies screaming and says the situation should have never escalated to calling the police.
Let kids be kids. If they're not hurting anybody, who cares?
Now, Austin's daughter says she does plan to keep on selling water. As for the trip to Disneyland, musician Jonathan Brennan saw the story and has already paid for Rogers and 3 of her family members to go whenever they'd like to. But I love the part where she says you can holler all you want, but the whole world is going to see you, boo.
So the whole world's going to see you, boo. But I am glad someone's come forward and said, we'll pay for you to go to Disney World. And let me give Permit Patty the benefit of the doubt, who's now deeply regretted and has apologized. So let's sort of focus on that. But it's one of those things that you just go outrageous.
And this is how entrepreneurs are born. You know, you start off with lemonade stands and brownies.
The little girl.
Just a little girl.
Show some compassion.
Gail, shut your ass up with that fake shit. Gail, get on my nerves. Gail really get on my nerves. She really do. Let me go back over here. Put your dusty looking ass up. Let me see what y'all got to say in this comment. You there, KD? Or you might have to step away. Let's see what's going on. What do the royal family have to say today? Yeah, I feel you, Nicole. Gail get on my nerves with her fake ass. Yeah, Info man, did you get any more info? Did you get any more information about her? Because I know she's been losing business left and right up here in the Bay Area.
You know, somebody
don't forget
somebody else gonna hire her.
Mm-hmm.
Because they look out for each other. Trust and believe.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they always do. That's why I don't get excited when I be hearing they get fired and all that shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
That shit don't mean nothing to me. I know how the enemy get down. Like the one thing that I thank my father, before he closed his eyes, he made sure he schooled me about these beasts. He was on me every day damn near about them. And I was like, why is this man on me? Now I know why. There's the link. Try that first and see if you can get in there. Put her dusty looking ass right back up here.
And then she over there wearing that blue shirt looking like the damn blue Kool-Aid man. Can you imagine? These bitches is bitter, man. They're bitter.
But you know what? See, they didn't prop their asses up. Like she can't do no wrong. And see, she has no value no more. The bitch can't give birth. She a barren bitch. So the white man, he even tired of her. They tired. Even the alt-right is having problems. That the Becky want to hijack that too. And they like, no, you need to take your ass back in the house and get pregnant. Because they're not having babies like that. So like I said, you wasn't here the other night. And I had an epiphany. I was thinking to myself, is there a possibility that there is some states that they didn't give birth? And what I mean by that is, let's say 0 to maybe 2000. That's considered zero population. That's considered zero. And so we came to the conclusion that in the state of Hawaii and in the state of Puerto Rico, Becky's ain't giving birth there. And I know it got to be more states because anything that they report, they underreport with those numbers because they were saying 17 states, you know, it was a low birth rate. Now they jacking it up to 26. So the way that Nicole Ali researched, she's a scientist. I did some deeper research and found out as far back as the 40s that they birth rate been inclining. So I gave it all to Lisa Cabrera because she's, she didn't did all the research. I got other stuff that I'm doing and stuff like that. And I'm saying this stuff is much, much deeper than what it is. So they're dealing with a lot of dynamics. And I keep going back to the same thing over and over. I'm looking at how exact our Father is with the 6,000 years. He said that the Caucasoids would be able to rule and reign for 6,000 years. And he ain't went over after that. They've just been falling apart. Everything that we looking at is an illusion now. Fake power, fake everything. Look at even like with the inauguration. Hardly nobody showed up to that shit. It's giving us an insight. So they've been playing these charade games with us for a long time. And this bitch, she gonna act out more and everything. And the white man is willing to give her up. When Lisa did those 2 videos, that's why I'm always repeating myself. She did 2 videos. The highest population of women in jail of race is white women. Well over, I think it's 53% white women. It could be even higher than that. Her ass is locked down. That speaks volumes about what's going on in their community. Mm-hmm. So I want them to keep doing what they're doing. I want them to keep exposing themselves. I want them because they don't know how to stop. Because you gotta realize she's been raised to believe that she the queen. Bitch, you got that shit wrong. You ain't running shit. You have no value. And then another thing in their community, they don't look at old white women as having any value either. You know how we is. Where's Big Mama? We gotta go find Big Mama to go get some of that wisdom. Mm-hmm.
I noticed that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Lisa, I'll send you one.
Good morning, Queen.
Who I'm talking to?
King Wedge.
How you doing, my king?
How you doing, Queen?
Yeah, I'm not looking at the screen right now. I'm trying to send Lisa a link. That's why I didn't know who it was.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rochelle. How you doing, Peace Queen?
I'm good.
One thing that I have noticed is that these white Beckys are starved of power. And the only way they can flex their power is by calling that 911 number. And it's a sad reality that we have to face.
Tired of looking at this hole. Let me get her off of here. Tired of looking at this bitch.
Somebody said she looked like Thanos in the face.
They said that she looked like she favors what's the other one? The barbecue chicken. They said like I'm hearing favors what's the other one? The barbecue chicken. They said like somebody gotta put themselves on mute. Here, we'll get it together, family. Forgive me.
Look like Thanos.
Hi, Queen. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you doing, my queen?
Good morning,
I
Lisa.
just got back from the doctor. Good morning to everybody on the panel. Queen, I have something incredible to tell you.
Oh my goodness.
I went to my doctor. I had just a physical, you know, just an overall checkup this morning. And we start talking about the opioid plague. Now, my doctor was also and still is a doctor that prescribes opioids. Mm-hmm. And I asked him, I said, do you know what the real true number of people dying on a regular basis in the U.S. from opioids? I said, is it the 115 or 175 they're telling us? He said, oh, no. Guess what he said it was? He said they are dying at 500 to about 520 per day.
What?
In the U.S. Mm-hmm. This came from the mouth of my doctor.
Hail to the opioids.
He said they are dying anywhere between 500 to 520 per day. He said that number that they're giving the public is fake.
What did I just say? I said they always underreport.
All hail to opioids.
It seems like this news keeps
So
getting better and
that
better
will
every
put-
day.
So, Queen, that will put their deaths anywhere from about 168 to close to about 200,000 per year.
Whoa. And they
Astronomical.
can't keep up the birth rate. They can't keep
Yeah.
up the birth rate.
This is all going on at the same time.
Mhm.
Their baby boomers are dying. Their birth rate is low. The opioid deaths are off the charts. The suicides are off the charts. This is all happening at one time.
Amazing.
But that's why I wanted to come on the panel and let you know, because I never heard 500 to 520 per day until this morning at my doctor's appointment.
Wow. You know what, Lisa? You putting those videos out. People been really thinking, and you wasn't here the other night, and we got to thinking again. We were thinking about what you're talking about, their birth rate, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I said, I wonder, is there a possibility that there's zero birth rate in some of these states?
I believe it's negative.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's negative.
That's why I send you that link, the Wikipedia, where I just Googled zero population. And
Because, you know, somebody had said to me, and I never looked into this, it was probably like around last summer, I was having a conversation with someone, and they told me a number of negative 10,000.
Whoa.
And I said, I didn't hear that, but I sure wouldn't rule it out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I believe it's in the negative.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you're seeing the panic. And Queen, I put a video on Black Junction.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting ready, the whites are getting ready to have a civil rights march in Washington, D.C. in August. Come on. You know, this is why I keep telling everybody, don't listen to their words, watch their actions. Their actions are showing us they are already in the minority. If you were the majority, why would you be having a civil rights march?
So now they're gonna start begging, pissing, and moaning. See, I remember. Let me see. When I was working in construction, I started hearing white men crying, talking about, we are the minority. We're not getting any contracts. And I'm like, they're getting all the contracts. So they was already pissing and moaning. They famous for pissing and moaning. Even though that white woman will cry, that white man will cry too.
Yeah.
They come from each other.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted the same. They wanted the
same. Yeah. That's why you always see female pedophiles, you know, the ones raping the children at school. And you see the male pedophiles. Honey, they grew up in the same household. They're both pedophiles.
It sure is. My relatives down in Arizona, I remember when I was a teenager, I went to visit one time, and my aunt is friends with this really wealthy white guy. And he just thought it was normal conversation, and it ain't normal in Black folks' houses, where he was telling us him and his brother couldn't wait to screw their aunt. They would have these mansion parties during the holidays. And him and his brother would get their aunt drunk, and then she'll wander off in one of them rooms. Okay, I'm an adult now, and I think much deeper than that. I said she knew she was screwing her nephews.
But you know what, Queen? Those things always happen. You know, during slavery, the house slave was the one that was raped the most because they were in the house. And what they would do is when the sons came of age, they would rape the house slave.
Lord have mercy.
That happened all the time. That was the slave that got raped the most, the one that was in the house with the family. And it was not unusual for them to be gang raped, you know, by the father and the sons.
Yeah.
It happened all the time. So the fact that they still do this within their household really is not that shocking. This is really a long time legacy thing they have always done, even back in those caves.
Yep. So they just going back to their nature. We ain't in their houses no more, so they screwing their daughters or any female in the damn
the cats, anything they can get their hands on.
I didn't know the level of it until I got on YouTube. I was just I know my husband thought I had lost it for a minute. I would keep running upstairs. I'm like, honey, do you know these white folks is doing blah, blah, blah?
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it shocking at the level that it's at? I told you, when my grandmother was a teenager, see, back in the South, for a long time, Black women could only get domestic work. And my grandmother really didn't want to be in white folks' home. You know, eventually she got her teaching certificate and she stopped going in homes altogether. She never did like it. But she was telling me that when she was caring for this white family and their children, she would go in the daughter's room and the father's drawers would be on the floor in the little girl's room. They had 3 daughters and 1 son. And she would tell me, you know, she said in the beginning, she wasn't picking up on it. She would just pick the drawers up and throw everything in the laundry and do the wash. And then she said it started happening pretty consistent, you know, and she was like, oh my God, he's screwing his little girls.
Lord.
And she said she had to get out of there because at one point in time, he started trying to go after her. And my grandmother at that time was 16 years old. And she was like, oh, no, no, no. And she already had 2 children with my grandfather. You know, she was married and had 2 children. She was like, oh, no, I ain't laying with this old crazy white man. And she got out of there. And she said that was the last time she did domestic work. She went and got her teaching certificate. And from that point on until the 50s, when she retired, she stayed in the classroom teaching.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing.
But that was his own daughters. His own daughters. They're disgusting.
Yeah, it's like any hole in the house. I'm going.
And I asked her, I said, did the mother know? She said, Lisa, there is no way that woman didn't know. Those rooms were real close together. She said, there is no way his wife didn't know.
Yeah, they know. They know. Because I was around a family that kind of stuff was going on. And it was like, even though it wasn't seen, it's like the walls talked.
Yes.
And then he didn't have the decency to even pick up his damn drawers. He just left them there on the floor.
No, just left them there.
Wow.
Just left them there. But, you know, he was one of those men that paraded around like he was in the Klan. But my grandmother said they had a saying in the South, segregated by day, integrated by night. Because she said the white folks would always sneak into the Black neighborhood, and if they were having barbecue or partying, they'd come and party over in the Black neighborhood. But as soon as the sun came up the next day, everybody was segregated again. She said they did that all the time. They came hanging out around Black folks all the time.
That's
They
true.
come back there with everybody drinking all that moonshine and and all that, because my grandfather used to make moonshine. So they'd come over and party with him and drink moonshine and everything.
I've heard of that too, because I got a lot of family in the deep, deep South. And I did hear that they would come and sneak. That ain't the first time I heard that, and come and party and then act like they don't know you during the day. Yeah. Yeah, there was always crawling in our neighborhoods and stuff. But really, really on a deep, deep level, like I said, those messages that I was getting 3 weeks ago, and I just been really focusing on it and stuff. And it's going to continue to increase. This woman, and like when you did, even with the video that you did the other day about when you went to the graveyard site, it was like, boy, that was chilling to even hear that. And stuff, that she then got away with a lot of stuff, and this white man then held her up and
oh yeah, and Queen, he knows she's lying, but they hate us so much they just go along with it. I don't believe he believes all them damn rapes. I don't believe he does. I think he just hates the Black man so much that he is just willing to go along with it. But
see, then the side effects of it. See, I look at the side effects of things when we ain't around. They don't cut this behavior off. They go after each other. You just said it, right?
Oh, yeah.
We ain't in their houses no more, so they screwing each other. So it's like whatever's around this nasty behavior that they have, they go after each other. When me for a while, when me and my husband first retired, we were volunteering at a Salvation Army homeless center, where whole families could stay there. And these people was evil. And my husband would be doing work in one department, I'd be in another department. He said he started talking to the director of Salvation Army, and her mission was to do something evil every day, middle-aged white woman. And then he said he noticed when she would come in, he would say, "Oh, how you doing?" And she would be sitting up there, "Oh, I got vitiligo. My mom's sick."
I hate when they do that, sitting around telling you every problem they got.
My husband got cancer and stuff, and Stelly got her damn horns out looking to do something evil. And my husband said he would just enjoy it. Because I said, "How do you go sit and talk with that bitch?" He said, "No, babe, this is really entertaining." He said, "I go get my coffee and just be sitting there chewing the fat with her, and she just be telling how horrible her life is." And I was like, wow. I can't do it. I can't do it. So they don't put, see, we the kind of people, because of what have happened to us, we'll start putting two and two together. You'll be like, you know what? That's why we say karma is a bitch. We overall don't try to project that type of stuff because we don't want it to come back to us. And they are so vile. Because I've really been doing a lot of Bible studying, and I'm starting to learn how they even today I was doing.
You know what book that will tell you everything you ever wanted to know? And they tried to get rid of this book, but they really couldn't. The Book of Maccabees.
Maccabees? Okay.
Maccabees, girl. I'm telling you, it will spell everything out about these people. For a while, they tried to have that book banned.
Well, the thing that got me was, me and my husband was listening to it early this morning, where I didn't know that I didn't know, but I'm learning because I got to go seek. That the Catholic Church sat down and they was deciding what books they wanted to put in and what books they wanted to leave out. And even, and I don't know what verse it was because I don't keep up with all of that. Even they wrote down that they was going to do this.
Yes.
And I'm like, that would scare me right there. I'm sitting up here messing with the Bible. I'm okay. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to take this out. And then I read the absolute truth, and it say, "Kimberly Santana, this is exactly what you was going to do on this exact day." I would run. I would run.
You know what? The Book of Maccabees was so deep. It wrote about Alexander the Great's arrival before he arrived. In fact, when he went into Israel, they showed him the Book of Maccabees and they said, "We knew you were coming. It was written right here." And he was so shocked to see that they wrote about him before he even arrived. And what he did was he killed everybody around except for the people that were in Israel that showed him the book that wrote about him in Maccabees. He was so astonished that anything was written about him because he didn't know anybody in the world knew who he was.
Wow.
It is amazing. It's an amazing book. And it's got a Maccabees 1 and there's a Maccabees 2. But when you read it, you will understand where their killing nature comes from, their cold attitude towards everybody. It really spells the whole thing out. It fits them like a glove.
Well, the thing that's amazing to me, and we really need to see what I'm getting ready to say. If you are that defiant to the point where you think that you can stand before the Creator and run your mouth and think you can change things, think you can have a conversation with the Creator like that, that is a very dangerous person. And the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, family, when I
testing 1 2 testing 1 2 testing.
I'm gonna put you on mute, Anthony. Okay.
True Roy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm gonna put you on mute. All right.
1 2 testing.
I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna have to eject him because he's having problems. So what I want to say is, the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying earnestly to the depths of my soul, after I went through what I went through with the Creator, and I never energy like that in my life, you're going to submit. You're going to submit. I don't care how strong you think you is. And putting together how the beast gets down, and they think they're going to be defiant, and they think that they have the will to not submit, I'm telling you something I experienced. You're going to submit. And if these people even think in their psyche that they don't have to submit to that type of force, we need to stay the hell out of their way and let them continue to kill themselves off. They deprave like that.
Well, Queen, that's why the Most High said we got punished for 400 years. That's why the Most High said they will get double. They will get double because they refuse to repent for what they've done. He already knew in advance they were never going to repent for what they did to us. You know, you can't. I always said, you know, when I was teaching my son, I said, you know, we should have known better during the time of civil rights that they were going to resist. You can't get civil rights from an animal. No. Okay, that's equivalent to me going to my cat Loretta and expecting her to give me civil rights. You can't get civil rights from an animal. You can't get justice from an animal. This is why we are not seeing justice. If Loretta walked up and bit me right now, I know because she's an animal, she's not going to give me any justice. And that is the same nature that we are seeing in them. You know, our people still crying and talking about, I want justice. Do you realize you're asking an animal to give you justice? It's never going to happen.
That's true. People are asking, how is Loretta?
She is fine. Loretta is fine. She is gotten a little bigger. You know, when I got her, she was still a little kitten. But she's definitely bigger, got her grown cat ears on her and everything now.
We never seen
I posted a picture. I maybe everybody didn't see it. I can repost it.
Yeah, I like to see. I'm gonna have to show my 3 cats.
Yeah, she's a tuxedo cat. She's a black and white tuxedo cat. You're a short-haired domestic. But see, this is why our people keep getting disappointed, Queen. We got to stop looking at them in the same human nature of ourselves. We keep assuming because we are people that are just, we're looking for that same just in animals, and it's just simply never going to happen.
And you're right. That's where the disconnect comes right there. Because I stop my husband when he'll see something on the news and he'll say, well, why they didn't do A, B, C, and D? Now he's seeing some injustice and he's explaining why they didn't do this and that. And I said, honey, that is the good in you. You're speaking volumes about you.
So you know, Muhammad Ali said it perfect. He said, we are a righteous people. They are evil.
Yeah.
And you just, you know, we can't keep assuming our nature is going to be like theirs. It isn't. They have the nature of an animal. We have the nature of a human. Yeah. It's never going to be the same.
And once enough of us on that percentage level that I always talk about can have that shift in our consciousness that I'm talking to an animal. Now, the even way since I've been on YouTube, I understood it, but I didn't fully understand it. And listening to my own folks, I see why they don't like us educating each other. I'm telling you, I look at them totally different now. When I look at them, I'm like, that's an animal. That's an animal. They get all cleaned and propped up. And I'm like, and I told my husband the other day, I said, now you remember, we taught them how to walk up and down these streets. The reason why they clean and got clothes on, remember they did. The reason why they hair cut and all that and stuff. They just mimicking what we
didn't know how to do anything. They were walking on all fours, you know, and just as you posted, he was damn near knocking his woman out just for sex. So they had to learn everything from us, how to bathe, how to have sex, how to dress themselves, how to walk upright, everything.
But that animal behavior is still there, and we see it. We see it every single day.
Yes,
every single day, and we need to stop trying to appeal to their psyche. They don't have empathy for us, and that goes back to that.
Like Terrain said, no white splaining.
Yeah. So that's just a waste of our time to even even deal with that. You know, we're wasting our time. We've been wasting our time for a long ass time.
Mhm.
And it definitely does take the divine hand, because we cannot do this alone, because some of us are still so hard-headed and think if it was like, oh, let me tell you what happened. I was peeking on Facebook the other day, and they had the gay parade last weekend up here. Lord, they was showing the gay parade live on Facebook, and I put in there who crying for our royal babies. I just had to throw something in there. They was having a ball. It's just sickening up here in the Bay Area that we have to say this shit. I mean, it's sick. If some of the stuff that I grew up seeing, Lord, it's amazing that California ain't burnt down yet and stuff. And it's just they wear it with a badge of armor up here. And I was listening to the Hebrew Israelite brothers and these this one black girl, she was just going on and on and on. I'm proud, I'm gay, and I'm proud, and I'm this and I'm that. And they started reading them scriptures to her. She couldn't handle it. She just walked off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you know, that's what Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed for. I mean, we already know straight up the Most High ain't down with that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How do you tell your people to be fruitful and multiply, and then they turn around and be gay?
Mm-hmm.
It's a dead culture.
Yeah,
you can't get life from that.
That's
it's
what
dead culture.
That's what Dr. Frances Questless Welding said on one of her last interviews when they questioned her about it and they thought she was going to run from it. And that woman never ran from nothing. She said exactly what you said. She said they dead before they start. So why waste time with that? We got to start looking at things that we're wasting our time with and stuff. Stop trying. Appealing to them is over.
Absolutely, Queen. I agree with you 100%. Now, I'm going to just leave the panel. I have somewhere to go, but I just wanted to thank you for allowing me on. I just wanted to fill y'all all in on what my doctor told me this morning. I thank you, Queen.
Please do a video on it. Please.
I will definitely do a video. And you can go ahead and eject me, Queen, okay?
Okay. All right. I'm not going to be on here too much longer because I got an appointment myself this morning.
Yeah. Well, shalom to the family.
All right. Shalom to you.
Shalom, Queen.
All right. The brother that I ejected, I hope he comes back. Anthony, if you're still around, when you were talking, it was hurting my ears. You got to be on my end. So I hope you didn't get upset with me on that. But anybody else want to render their voice?
Yes, hello. Oh, sorry.
Go
ahead, Boo.
Okay. Yeah, one thing we must put in our minds is that Keith Newsom told us already that we're dealing with some rhesus monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't have any patience with these people.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I look at them ever since Keith showed those pictures and stuff. And that's how I look at them now. It changed my whole perspective of how I look at them. It actually helped me even more so. I'm watching the news. I'm like, look at these animals sitting up here reporting the news. I'm like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Yeah. So as we close out, do y'all have anything to say about Becky? Did I drag Becky enough, family?
I think you need to drag her some more. You need to tie her in the back of a pickup truck with some chains and just go 80 miles.
Ooh, non-stop.
For real.
I feel you on that. I feel you on that and stuff. These Beckys and stuff. And like I said, more to come. Watch our ass be out there crying and all of that. We ain't lost sight of the Me Too group with they unquote nigga lists. They disgusting. And then all of that, they want you to like them. They want to be vicious and they want you to respect and like them. They want power. They're not going to let her have power. They'll kill her first because they know how depraved she is.
Mm-hmm.
And what we need to continue to do is healing the war and healing the chaos and take care of our immediate situation. But I might also do a video on Becky But sometimes I just like doing stuff live so y'all can participate too as well.
Mhm.
Boy, you know what I like? What I do, family, believe it or not, when I get some time, I go back and I'll listen to this. I love reading the comments. I'm like, damn, the comments be on point. So y'all keep rendering your voice with your beautiful divine words. Don't think you're not important. We're all very important and stuff. You there, Queen?
Yes, I am.
Do you have anything to say before we close out?
Um, I just wish, I know a lot of us, our people can't, it's not gonna wake up, and it's not for them to wake up. Um, just gotta keep on, trucking on and try to awake those who are asleep. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we under a heavy
Yes.
damn vibration. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You're right. We all we can do is just do what we can do, and I always talk about that immediate situation, and hopefully everybody doing their part. Because if you look at it on a bigger scale, it can be quite overwhelming. Because it's gonna always be some of our folks is hard headed, and it's like we didn't put it out here. We didn't already told you. We didn't already told you. And like I said in the first part of this, um, my kings, stop laying with these bitches. Y'all know what they about and stuff. um, Trying to get some quick sex from that woman. That's why I'm doing my series on our bodies as royal. My kings, your temple is just as important as our temple. Value your temple, value your seed. Your seeds are golden, just like our eggs and stuff. And that's what we need to tell our royals, you know. Let our royal sons know, you don't get that to anybody. Be funny style. And that's how these Beckys be trapping you with their sex. I call it the spirit of lust. And we have to talk, we have to be core with each other and talk about these things and not soft shoe it. And if somebody's feelings is hurt, oh well, their feelings is hurt. Because my feelings get hurt every day with somebody doing something to our family. Somebody always doing something to us. Just speaking truth, basically. So anyway, my royal family, I wanted to do like a quick little hangout before I head out because I have some things that I got to take care of. But I thank everyone from the panel, and Anthony, forgive me. Um, it was hurting my ears. I hope you're still here. Um, y'all just got to know what's going on the other end. Sometimes it depend on what you got set up. Sometimes it be screeching so loud, and I don't know why y'all can't hear it, but I can definitely hear it. So anyway, my royal family, we're going to close with prayer. Father Yah, I thank you for your mercy, and I thank you for your grace. And Father Yah, again, I ask you to continue to please protect the royal family in this war. And Father Yah, I thank you for your lessons and blessings. And Father Yah, I also pray that you continue to keep our royals fully protected from the enemy. I pray that many, many souls will go to you and you only and continue to stay Yah focus. In your name I pray, amen. So my royal family, I'm not a person that's in a terrible rush. I'm not like, even though y'all know I gotta go do what I gotta go do, I gotta do this too, you know. Gotta make sure. Um I play this for the royal family. I'm gonna play the original version today. Show you exactly. Royalty, royalty. I was in a chosen people. Bible in my hand, word inside my heart, and pain before my eyes. Broken people wanting to believe in something, looking for a light, trying to find the truth.
We give them down saying we do something we don't. Hurting people saying we do things that we won't. Moving sheets of clothing with the cross on his chest. Taking people money, promising to be blessed. Power to the chosen people, who at one point wasn't viewed as an equal. His own chosen people, royal priesthood. So that you've been called out of the dark into the light. Do you know who you are? Royalty, yeah. Once we were the people, now we are the people. Do you know who you are? Royalty, 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 kings and queens, royalty, yeah. Would you let them call you those things if you knew you were a queen? And my brother, would you be out there risking your life for clean paper? If you knew you had it all already, if you knew you were a king.
Hey!
Well, the best I can
Oh, yeah.
tell you the truth. Mercy changed everything for me
Do
and
that.
you.
Oh!
Careless what we do need to know. First Peter 2:6, a pleasure for sure. So power to the chosen people, who at one point was viewed as illegal. His own chosen people, a royal priesthood. So that you were called out of the down into the light. Do you know who you are? Royalty, yeah. Once we were the mercy made us, now we are the people. Do you know who you are? Royalty, 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 kings and queens, royal. Woo! The shit right there. Look at yourself, take your crown, baby, you royalty. Lift your head, come back home, brother, you royalty. Power to the chosen people, who would want his own chosen people, royal priesthood. Royalty, 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 yeah. Royalty, yeah. I was in the chosen people, when one point wasn't viewed as a people. His own chosen people, royal priesthood.
So, my royal family, I'm gonna play one more song. So, I have a challenge for Cap. Me and Cap can kind of sing a little something. So, Cap, I thought of a song that we could sing. Remember the one that Lauryn Hill did with Bob Marley? Just think about that. I'll hook up with you on the back end, Cap. We'll work things out. I'm putting you on the spot. Me and Cap, we're gonna do a duet one day. All right, Cap? We're gonna do that one day, Cap. We're gonna do that. But I want to hear this song one more time because I just feel very special today. And you should feel the same way too. Just one more time. Just one more time with very special.
All my life is all I had, and my dreams are very special. All my life I look for you, and today my dreams come true. You need me and I need you. Love that is very special. Things you seem to do divine. You look straight into my eyes. I know our love is meant to be. Cause our souls touch tenderly. Love and life and life is lived in. It's very special.
so true. Hold our hand and take my life.
Through these days of adventure.
Once my love was truly great.
In my life, so together.
A change in life can bring good things.
When you're here, love so supreme.
Close to you, I let you meet.
To remember days so sweet.
I need you when you need me. Very special. Our love is joyous. Yeah, we can make it. In my heart with you. Love is life, what dreams come true. And even though I can't have you, desires like these are true. All my love is all I have.
And my dreams are very special.
All my life I look for you.
And today my dreams come true.
You need me and I need you.
Love and us is very special.
Things you seem to do divine.
You look straight into my eyes.
I know our love is meant to be.
Cause our souls touch tenderly.
Love and life is living. Very special. Then your love excited me, days full of joy. Can I keep this feeling inside? Dearly, 'cause a girl like me has realized all my love is all I have.
My dreams are very special.
All my life I look for you.
And
Oh, yes, I did. I looked for you. I looked for you. And I found you. Oh, yes, I did. I found you. I really, really did. I really, really did. Oh, yes, I did. As we close out, my royal family, are you going my way? Kiss me. Woo! Woo! Kiss me and kiss me again. Come take full advantage of this human shell. My heart is giving in. Woo! And love me all night long. And to make life complete. Promise me, lady, that we'll practice making babies while the world is sound asleep. Don't tease me, no. Baby, your future all I need. You're just me. And the fork in the road.
your way, my way, baby. Yeah. And if you really need me, why don't you tell me, lady? If time doesn't run me, I'll master your body. We'll be closer than Siamese twins. And like the air you breathe, I'll supply your needs. And so our story begins. I'll put a lock on the door and gently lay down on the floor. And patiently, baby, I'll undo your clothes. We'll share our hearts, bodies, and souls. And finally, with your permission, we'll mix with love in all positions. And with pleasure, we'll tremble. Love's perfect symbols. If you just answer, girl, are you going my way? Where dreams come true every day. Are you going my way? Where true love is just a touch away. Girl, are you going my way?
All right, my royal family. I must continue on with my day. And let's not lose sight of who the enemy is. All right? We're learning more about the nature of the enemy. Now remember who you are, who you come from. Remember how you must conduct yourself. You come from royal stock. So I and others expect you to conduct yourself as a king and a queen and a royal. That's a must. Don't acknowledge the enemy's presence. Only talk to them when it's absolutely necessary, and then keep it moving. So anyway, my royal family, I think I have said enough when it comes to that. So my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.